Prime 112 in a suit. I remember times where I only had suit. Now this money coming in on blue. Spent 4 bands on 1 pair of shoes. And I put my on 2. Cause I'm a real I'm the truth. My wrist stay wetter than the tub. I be walking around looking like the I'm a young in the club. Mad that it show love. Mad that it Chaz money be doing too much. Red bottoms with my Mike and Mary jeans. Money on me, bust another scene. It's a Balmain belt, it look like a king with a. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I done lost kinda the amount. Now the crib got a view with a pool. Like Ferrari in a can without a roof. All this money always on me like it's glue. Money always on me like a tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke right if we was cool. Then a real hit the womb. Wanna Mike and Mary jeans, money on me, bust another scene. It's a Balmain belt, it look like a king with a. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I done lost kinda the amount. Now the crib got a view with a pool. Like Ferrari in a can without a roof. All this money always on me like it's glue. Money always on me like a tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke right if we was cool. Then a real hit the womb. Wanna
Get ready. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Antetokounmpo out there with Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Johnson, and it's Ewing in at the center position. And for San Antonio, Olajuwon is out there with Duncan. Then there's Kobe. Then there's West, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 guard. Now here's Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the basket by Curry.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
Curry against West. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at all the things this man brings to the game. The focus, the resolve, a winner's mindset. I mean, there's a reason why they call him the logo.
Now here's Giannis. Davis kicks to Curry. No good on the triple. And so Bryant will bring it up for San Antonio. West outside. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. No good from Duncan. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's Curry outside. He can't get that one to fall. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. West passes to Hardaway. That shot is off. Good D by Ewing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the basket by Curry.
There's just a nuance and an understanding to what Steph Curry does. How good is this guy at finding the spot he's looking for?
Now, here is Olajuwon. Passes it to West. Sinks the three-pointer. West has got 5.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Bryant for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And you really got to appreciate that swag that Bryant plays with. If you give him room to shoot from deep, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Johnson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Kobe. Banked in off the glass. Bryant's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Davis. Davis. Will it go? And Steph Curry gets the three. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Here's Bryant. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Spurs up by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Hey guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Pau Gasol. Havlicek is out there with Tony Parker. Then there's Barry. And it's Parrish in at the 4 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Pass to Barry. A three-pointer is right on target. Barry's got his first 3 points of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Here's Barry. He's covered by Leonard. The feed now to Parrish. Count that bucket. Parrish has got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
San Antonio making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Williamson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Damian Lillard. And that one's good. Parker.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Rubio outside. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Leonard. No good that time. Good D by Parker. Out to the wing. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Rubio, the pass to Thompson. Leonard trying to break free. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Thompson's got 6.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Anthony dishes to Gasol. Thompson against Havlicek. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, if you let Melo get his feet set, turn the lights off.
Now the pass to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. Checking out the Spurs. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
They put on a rebounding clinic in the first half. Boxing out, reacting quickly when those shots go up. And solid fundamentals that have them in good shape at
And that should do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Davis is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Ewing. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Johnson in at the 2. Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Ewing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And he gets the bucket. Johnson's got the first bucket of the third here for Los Angeles.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target.
Olajuwon tries again. They shoot again, and the layup is up and in. Olajuwon's got his first points of the game.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
And a deep 3 from Curry. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Outside Hardaway. Duncan with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bangs home the trifecta. Kobe's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Parker's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Los Angeles, Williamson is checked in for Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Johnson. And Lillard subbed in for Steph Curry. Ewing kicks to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Over Parker and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
And finish off by Bryant.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
It's good.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And it's Williamson missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Ryan against Williamson. Parker outside. Over Butler. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Pau Gasol. Parker out there with Hardaway. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Bryant in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Hardaway goes in, and finish off by Bryant.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Leonard looking over the floor. Curry passes it to Leonard. Floats it up for Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Passes it to Kobe. Great D that time from Leonard.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
San Antonio calls timeout. San Antonio making a switch here. West is checked in. And then for the Clippers, Davis is checked in for Zion Williamson. And it's Johnson in for Damian Lillard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. I told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Olajuwon. Back to West. Pass to Gasol. He kicks it to West. Just 5 to shoot. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
The pass to Curry. On the wing, Johnson. And here's Leonard from 3. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
West against O'Neal. And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Rose. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
Type to hit me up on the like where my girl at.
The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our here are the starters for Brooklyn. Malone is out there with Durant, and it's Michael Jordan, then it's Nash, and it's Robinson in at the center position. And for the Mavericks, Carter is out there with Doncic. Then it's Paul George, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Embiid in at the 4 slot. Now here is Carter. Here's Doncic. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Pass to KD. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from 3-point range.
Boy, that time Jordan set a really nice screen.
Jordan against Carter. Doncic outside. Back to Carter. Inside. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And there's the pass to Jordan. He kicks to Durant. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Durant's got 5 points so far.
How about that good look by Jordan on that one?
Carter, the pass to Jokic. 1:41 left to play here in the first. At the top of the key, Embiid. Clock at 4. Here's George. They grab their own miss, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
Pass to KD. To the middle, here's Malone, and he banks in the layup. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Doncic. Embiid finds Jokic, and it's off from 3-point range. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Nash, the pass to KD. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop.
Boy, we talked about, George is athletic. He's long, and he's got really long arms, which helps him as a defender, and that allows him to clog up passing lanes and come up with steals, too.
Outside Durant, fires from deep. Jokic grabs the miss. The Mavericks leading. Carter down low, defended by Nash. And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Left side, Jordan. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Jason Tatum is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Peyton. Then there's Irving. And it's Gilmore in at the 5 down low. Here's Randle, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And I think Magic Johnson gets more joy out of making the assist than any other part of the game that he excels in. Constantly looking to set them up for scores.
Now here's Randall. Passes to Irving. Over Wilkins. Here's Gilmore. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Artis Gilmore is just a massive guy and strong too. I mean, rugged, a center that is flat out a beast on both ends of the floor. Banged my head against that dude many a time. It was not fun.
He's perfect from the line this time. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Durant against Tatum. Johnson wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. Dallas leading by 3. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And the shot is long.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Wilkins. There's Sabonis. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And that huge frame of Sabonis is a problem for the defense. Excels at getting perfect position on that offensive glass.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And a new group in for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Sabonis. Malone comes in for Kevin Durant. Michael Jordan, he's checked in for Stojakovic. And it's Nash in for Dominique Wilkins. Now here is Carter. Back to Doncic. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open. And he gets it to him on time, on target.
Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Doncic. Johnson can't hit.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, watching Johnson exert his will down low now, using his height and quick release quite well inside.
Nash against Doncic. Carter outside. Hits it from three-point range. Carter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Tell you what, very few players have the playmaking ability of Luka Doncic. This guy is...
And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. We're shooting.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And that should do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So for Brooklyn now, Malone is out there with Robinson. And it's Michael Jordan, and it's Durant, and it's Nash in at the point. Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Carter. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Carter up top, guarded by Jordan. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Embiid trying to break loose.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Nets trail by 4. Nash outside. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Nash.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Embiid finds Jokic. And here is Doncic. Now here's Malone. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
For 3, Durant. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Doncic. Back to Carter. From downtown. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Carter's got 12.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, watching Carter find his rhythm. Very impressive. An efficient scorer who can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Jordan against George. Outside Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by George. From deep three-point range. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Dallas leading by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Irving. Jason Tatum is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Payton, and it's Gilmore in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Wilkins. The shot, no good. Randle with some nice D. No one near Payton as he lets it go. It's rebounded by Johnson.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Tatum. Dominique Wilkins unable to get his shot to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. Over Payton. Johnson can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. 1:49 left in the game. Irving with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. A nice shot by Irving.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Malone is doubled. The kick out to Wilkins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're in front by 4. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Vince Carter.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He was measured in his words. He told his players, look, we're doing a lot of good things out there, really good things. Stay confident and stay positive in your approach. Trying to keep their hopes up, Kevin.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 6. 1:14 left in the fourth. .114 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Carter. The quick look, no good that time.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Here's Malone. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jordan against Carter. He dishes it to Doncic. Count the basket. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Nobody more clutch than Jordan. When the game is on the line, he comes up large for his team.
And now we've got the intentional foul. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Timeout called the Nets. They trail by 6. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Jordan. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, Jordan's so crafty in the pick and roll. He's unpredictable and hard to stop in these situations.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Here's Jordan.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Malone outside. Johnson kicks to Malone. Gets the 3 to fall.
I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're up by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
From deep. No good there. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for
Think I'm man-made. Ay, think I'm man-made. Ay, hit it, tut up, true. Like how I do. Ay, hold on. Like how I do it. Hating how you do it. Made it like whoa. How I do it. Hating how you do it. How I do it. Hating how you do it.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
the bright lights and tall buildings of downtown. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Chamberlain is out there with Moses Malone. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Pippen, and it's Roy in at the shooting guard position. And for the Lakers, Nowitzki is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then it's Allen. Then there's Dwayne Wade, and it's Richmond in at the 3. And here's Frazier. Pass to Pippen. Launches it. They get it back. Here's Chamberlain. Count it.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
Now, here's Wade. Allen surveying the D. Down low. Wade, bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Abdul-Jabbar. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Buries the long-range jumper. Wade's got 5 points so far.
Well, the call from the bench, a solid one to involve Dwayne Wade in the pick and roll. So comfortable running that type of play.
Here's Frazier outside for Roy. Lets it go from deep. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. And it's Wade with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
That's just better offense from Dwayne Wade, trumping the defense.
Here's Frazier. Here's Chamberlain. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. Chamberlain got his second bucket of the game to go. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Allen Allen passes to Wade. Lakers working the ball around now. Richmond no good. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Chamberlain gets it to go.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Now here's Wade. He has 7. We've got 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nice D from Malone. Frazier scanning the floor to the paint. Malone's shot good.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
Allen for 3, buries it from 3-point range.
The backcourt today as good as it gets, and they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Iverson is out there with Hill. And it's Pierce. Then there's Hayes. And it's McAdoo in at the 5.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pierce with it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Here's Maravich, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Paul Pierce.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Thomas kicks to Maravich. Over Hill. Here's Howard. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Iverson against Thomas. And it's sent back by Howard. Now here's Thomas. Pierce covering. Outside Maravich. And another 3 for the Lakers.
You're finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Iverson against Thomas. Bucket is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside Maravich. Pass to Mullen. Here's Howard. A second chance effort. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Howard. Richmond comes in for Mullen. Wade, he's checked in for Maravich. And it's Stockton in for Thomas. And the pass to Chamberlain. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot. As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
High post Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
And the first half is now in the books. Lakers on top, leading by 8, and will return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. They'll be feeling good about their play in the second quarter. Their 5-point lead looking pretty comfortable right now. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think? And that'll do it for
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Nice game. Great performance by Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Lakers leading by 8. Allen out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Richmond. And it's Nowitzki in at the power forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Allen inside the three-point line. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Oh, he can't hit. LA has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Roy hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Passes it to Nowitzki. Wade surveying the D, and it's Wade with the jam.
You can't allow Dwayne Wade to slash his way to the rim. That is where he is at his very best.
Outside Roy, pass to Frazier, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Gervin comes in for Allen. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Hayes, he's checked in for Malone. Pierce comes in for Pippen. Grant Hill, he's checked in for Brandon Roy. And Iverson's subbed in for Frazier. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. It's tipped.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry. And there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Gervin dishes to Westbrook. Here's the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
Can't forget about Russell's range. I know it's not the most efficient shot, but he's capable of draining some perimeter shots in rhythm.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Westbrook. Hits the target from 18 feet. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
That's a nice release on the mid-range jump shot. Westbrook getting more consistent from there. Loves the right side especially.
Iverson against Westbrook. High post try, and it falls over the rim and in. Iverson's got his second bucket.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
For 3, Westbrook. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Chamberlain got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the pass to Iverson. Over Westbrook. Iverson no good. Lakers leading by 9. Al Gervin still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Westbrook, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
I'm not sure what's clicked in for Russell Westbrook, but every year he's showing to be a better and better passer and rebounder and a better player overall. That's what being a gym rat has done for him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Portland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Brandon Roy. McAdoo out there with Pippen. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Frazier in at the 1. Allen kicks to Stockton. Pass to Howard. Clock at 6. Pippen against Allen. Chalk up 2 there. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Malone passes to Frazier. Lets a floater go, and that one drops for him. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Roy against Wade. Again, Los Angeles. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince Stark that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. And both free throws good for Malone.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
Allen outside. Here's Wade. Again, the Lakers.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Wade against Frazier. Here's Chamberlain, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. And Portland with a change here, too. Allen Iverson's checked in for Brandon Roy.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Lakers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Wade.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Richmond outside. Fires from the wing. Offensive rebound. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Now here's Stockton. And so the Lakers take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying,
Down I go, so follow me, follow me, follow me. Actually, don't follow me, nobody bother me. I'm a best honesty, but I know your policies. They wanna demolish me, use me and abolish me. I don't wanna hear no apologies. Or am I in my own head? Can't tell anymore. Psychotic to the wanna dig deep. I can never find nothing left. It's a mystery, rage, nothing but rage. Can't figure out if I'm going insane. Ain't no doubt we'll be showing no mercy. So think twice if you wanna. Nothing ain't nice right here, no games. I don't wanna dart nobody in a flash. True. Hands in the air, put the money in the bag. All cash, venom.
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got LeBron James, Garnett out there with O'Neal. Then it's Tracy McGrady, and it's Robertson in at the 1 spot. And for Chicago, Walton is out there with Russell. Then there's Bird. Then it's Reed, and it's Cousy in at the 1. Here's Cousy. Pass to Bird, poked loose, and stolen by James. Pull up Jay, and good that time.
And this speaks volumes to the confidence of James. He's tremendous shooting off the dribble.
Here's Cousy. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree.
I love the way James moves in transition. He's relentless and determined.
Cousy passes to Russell. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Walton with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Excellent D there from Garnett.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
No one near James as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bird against LeBron. Good on the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
And he gets it to go.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Pass to Reed. And Walton kicks to Reed. Bird against LeBron. Bird, the pass to Cousy. Over Robertson. No good off the back of the rim.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Larry Bird. So both teams changing it up here. Free throw, no good for LeBron.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Great look, high percentage shot. That's the efficiency you're looking to establish.
Nice shot by James.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Cousy passes to Ginobili. Here's Mikan, guarded by O'Neal.
Yeah, he just has such great command of that area of the floor. Mikan puts just as much effort into his offensive rebounding as he does at the other end.
Outside Kidd looks for O'Neal, gets it to him, hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
It's Ginobili outside, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 9. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Mutombo is out there with Mourning. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Drexler in at the shooting guard position. Here's Ginobili, following the basket by LeBron James. Now Worthy. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Petrovic's shot is off. Warriors leading by 11. LeBron passes to Drexler, and Drexler throws it down.
Oh, you gotta love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Now here's Ginobili. Pass to Petrovic. No good on the three. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, this is going dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Warriors, Tracy McGrady's checked in for LeBron. And it's Robertson in for Jason Kidd. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Irving finds Russell. And here is Walton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bird. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. The Warriors shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. And the Warriors with some changes. Shaq's checked in for Mutombo, and it's Garnett in for Mourning. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Kuzi. Bird outside. .105 left in the first half. Here's Kuzi. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Now here's Robertson. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Kuzi passes to Walton. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Warriors leading by 15. O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Russell. Robertson against Walton. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Here's Shaq. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. O'Neal's got 6 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Kuzi. Here's Reed. And so it's the Golden State Warriors out in front by 7.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Beth. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 35 points, 5 assists, and
with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
They've got Walton. He's out there with Reed. Russell is out there with Bird. And it's Kuzi in at the point guard. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. To the inside. Bird against LeBron, and the shot goes down. 6 points for him.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
LeBron dishes to McGrady. Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, you love seeing James soar like an eagle. He's exceptional at rising up quickly for the alley-oop.
Cousy passes to Russell. Now, here is Reed. McGrady covering. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. We have got to see that sensational Mobile One block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
The Warriors making a switch here. Kids checked in. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Top of the key. Rebound, Bill Walton. Bulls trailed by 19. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you.
And Kid using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Now, here is Irving. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 59 seconds left in the third. Inside, here's James. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got 3 assists now in this one. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Cousy passes to Mikan. He kicks it to Walton. The pass to Irving over LeBron. Irving can't hit. Warriors leading by 21. And it's Garnett penetrating. That one falls. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Good.
And that's his strongest trait, the unselfishness from Cousy. Fantastic at realizing when one of his guys has an opportunity for a clean look.
Right side kid. It doesn't go for him. He got it up. And no good that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Jason Kidd is out there with Robertson. And it's LeBron James. And it's Mutombo. And it's Drexler in at the 3 slot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Morning's checked in for Jason Kidd. Bird against James. Releases. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Now here's James. Mutombo Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Feeds to Bird. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And that unpredictable nature of Ginobili, it can be frustrating for the defense, especially when he's cutting them to pieces with his passing.
Here's Robertson. Back to James. Tipped away. Baylor with the steal.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Bird following the basket by LeBron James. Ginobili outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
How about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
James looking it over. Kicks it to Drexler. Russell against Mutombo. Clock at 6. Passes to LeBron. Morning inside. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Drexler with the steal. James outside. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled